So, good day everyone. We are Group 1 and we're going to talk about proximate preparation for dating, where we develop our feelings for a certain individual and we try to understand ourselves too. So, this will allow us to engage in a respectful and loving partnership. So, according to Gary Chapman, he emphasizes that the reason why couples separate before marriage is because they are actually not prepared for the requirements for marriage. So, marriage is not just a chemistry, but it's about learning together as a relationship. And without developing those skills and practices, it wouldn't last long. So, he urged couples to take relationships seriously, and with that, it will grow the fidelity that God promises us.
Before marriage, a couple must see if they are compatible with each other. This period is known as dating. And this varies depending on which culture you're talking about. Speaking of which, culture is a significant factor in dating and thus in marriage. Dating in the West is different from dating in the East. This begins, of course, with the difference in thinking in both cultures, as Westerners and Easterners have different goals when entering a relationship. According to a study conducted by Klein, Horton, and Zhang in 2008, love in marriage was seen as important and unconditional for Americans, while East Asians were more likely to report caring as an important belief. What does this mean exactly? It means that love in the relationship or in a marriage is significantly less important for East Asians, for people in East Asia compared to people in America, let's say. So, dating tends to be more casual and individual focused in the West. People often meet online or through mutual interests and go on a few dates to check their compatibility. Furthermore, individuals in the West might date for fun or companionship or even long term potential marriage meaning. However, there is usually less pressure to get married, which is the main difference of Eastern versus Western dating relationships.
Moving on, in the context of the Philippines, dating, courtship, and engagement are considered vital milestones in the journey toward marriage. These stages are deeply rooted in Filipino culture and reflect the importance of exercising due diligence to ensure a proper progression of love before committing to a lifetime relationship. In this context, it serves as the initial stage wherein mutual attraction between two people blossom. Traditionally, this involves romantic gestures such as gift giving and outings, often influenced by cultural values like respect and family involvement. For example, the man asking the parents of his girlfriend to date her, asking them permission basically. Although modern practices of courtship have evolved through the use of social media, courtship or panliligaw still remains a significant practice in Filipino culture, as it emphasizes the idea of sincerity and effort, with the said suitors often providing their worth and intentions to the woman's family. But despite the evolving trends, practices still continue to uphold Filipino values of loyalty and respect, assuring the longevity of the relationship.
Next is Chapman characterizes two distinct stages of dating. First one is casual dating, and the next one is committed dating. Casual dating is typically non exclusive, that is, one or both of the individuals may also have dating relationships with other people, while committed dating is much more serious than casual dating and is normally perceived as an exclusive relationship. So, the main difference here is that committed dating only includes two people, while casual dating, there are also two people, but those two people can have other relationship with other people.
The concept of dating is not specified in the scriptures. However, it may have been practiced by Jews sometime in the first century. The booklet titled Dating, a Practical Catholic Guide by Jason E. King states that there is no specific understanding or definition of dating. Dating is not mentioned in the Bible nor in the Catechism of the Catholic Church. No church father nor pope have talked about dating as well. This is due to the fact that the concept of dating that we know now is fairly recent and was only observed in the recent centuries.
It is stated that while the church may not have an explicit teaching on dating, it has reaches beyond belief about human relationships, especially romantic ones. Formulating a Catholic proposal about dating requires us to take the church 2,000 years of reflection and experience and apply it to our current context. If we do so, we can arrive not at the Catholic understanding of dating, but at an understanding of dating that is both compatible with and nourishes of our Catholic faith. Now I'll be proceeding on to the research I have gathered from credible online web resources. What is the role of dating apps on human sexuality? So we're we're currently discussing proximity and such. Now we will be discussing the role of dating apps on human sexuality. So according to the sources I've gathered, or credible data I've gathered from the National Library of Medicine or the National Center for Biotechnology and Information, geosocial networking applications, also known as dating apps, have existed for the past 20 years. However, it began to gain significant popularity in the year 2010. That's according to Poll 2022. Ever since the launch of these apps, it has garnered ubiquity among young adults. That's according to Sumter, Vanden Bosch, Ligdenberg 2017, and Smout 2020. First and foremost, the usage of such platforms enables immediate sexual encounters, whereas users can select partners based on the specific characteristics they truly desire. That's again credits to Paul A of 2022, Smout F 2020, Choi EPH, Wong JYH, Wong W, Luo HHM, and Fong DYT of 2016. According to another study conducted by Sumter SR Vanden Bosch L. Lichtenberg L. 2017, that users within the digital world actually made it easier and convenient finding partners for casual sex or hooking up. Hooking up. Yes, you heard it right. Hooking up. And one study suggests that the utilization of these apps, of these dating apps, were wisely to have engaged in unprotected sexual activity for the past 3 months in comparison to the non-users. That's according to Sawyer A.M. Smith Bin A.R. Binoch E.G. 2018. Additionally, another study suggests that the utilization of dating apps oftenly correlated with approximately having 3 or more sexual partners, hookups, and condomless sex. That's according to Dai M 2023. Moreover, other studies identified several key factors of the utilization of these dating apps. or dating platforms in order to arouse adventure and entertainment by browsing personal profiles, interacting and forming relationships with others, comfort and reduce pressure on digital communication versus face-to-face interactions, and with anonymity through the rise of technology due to anonymity, as we have further this as it is also discussed in our understanding the self subject anonymity, wherein the user has this anonymous profile so that they would have the guts to further spread information of sharing something online. So therefore they have the anonymity, makes it much easier for users to express their desires for hookups or casual sexual encounters. This studies further suggests or emphasizes the attitudes towards cyber dating, gender, age, and self-esteem garnered a huge impact on these motives. That's according to Lin YH, Fang CH, Su CL 2014, Gressel M, Punyanont Carter NM 2012, Hal JA Byam and Kate.
Here are the four fundamentals to consider when dating. First, understand your attentions. Dating provides an opportunity to learn more about yourself through interactions with others. It's time to explore the qualities you appreciate in potential partners. By remaining open to various types of individuals, you will unveil new and valuable traits in each person you meet.
Another thing to remember in relationships is that we should learn how to set boundaries. We know that communication is essential for building any type of relationship, but most especially one with our significant other. Because all types of relationships need boundaries in order for them to stay healthy. In the Catholic sense, a good example of a boundary is chastity, which is abstaining from any sexual activities until after marriage. By doing this, we can learn to build intimacy in our relationship without needing to have intercourse. Of course, having fun is the most important factor in a relationship. Dating can be fun, especially when you simply enjoy the present. Being in a relationship gives us more opportunities to get to know our partner even more. Rushing anything can only add more pressure to the relationship, so we should just enjoy the present, as tomorrow will take care of itself.
Lastly, it is crucial in dating that there also needs to be trust in God. God gives us the opportunity to date to learn more about others. We have to trust that God needs us to take time and be present in dating, and that is why we are in a dating relationship. In dating, we have to trust that God is always leading us and praying that our dating relationship ends up being fruitful. Dating has become a crucial chapter in our human lives. Dating teaches us more about our partners and prepares us for what our married lives would look like. It is always important to remember that although the church does not have an explicit teaching about dating, it is important to remember that God has led us to date and we must trust Him during these times. This has been Group 1 and we would like to thank you for listening.